Alright, let's check out the trailer.
What was it that we wanted? To be remembered as heroes. Or to perish and be forgotten. Yet we knew we never had a choice.
The flames of perdition follow at your heels.
What? You killed them all.
But you may yet be cleansed.
Stop. Stay away from me.
Repent.
What are you? You goddamn monster.
We have a situation. The Colonel was just taken out within our safe zone.
Eyes up.
Who are you? We do have a confirmed sighting of the sniper.
Sniper.
The Manists are probably lurking nearby. Take Marshall with you. Find them.
I went through.
6 years of war has deeply shaken our faith and our resolve.
I'll come find you after the war ends. How does that sound?
I now know the true cause of the conflict. And I have seen the face of the true enemy. Farewell, Garon.
I want you to save yourself.
On the 11th hour, this war will come to an end.
Scheiße! Scheiße! Deckung! Sanitäter! Hilfe!
So that's the trailer for The Long, Long Way. So I believe this is world. I think during the World War One. Alright, so we have Sentinel's story open right now. That's what else is there. I forgot whose ancestor it was. Fuga. Oh, UCT Gathering back. Okay. That's just the story. What's this? Okay. Because there's a meeting and we're going around. Right? Stage 1, after the flood. Chapter 11, A Long, Long Way.
Everyone imagines their future. In most, they grow up. They make friends. Get married. And hope to make their fathers and grandfathers proud. We enter this new era full of those same hopes for our future. We had no idea what lay in wait for us. We called it the triumphant opening to the greatest era in history. A rite of passage for every man to be. Join us in an adventure side by side, bound by courage and loyalty. Return home victorious and let your legend be told for generations to come. That was the future we imagined. Now, those sweet and fitting lies have melted away. Barely more than children, we find ourselves bound, not for adventure, but for an open grave of mud and ruin. Those of us who were lucky, or unlucky, to survive this battlefield, were forged into something new. Numb, cruel, corrupted. The earth became fire and mud, and all of us devils. What was it that we wanted from this war? To be remembered and celebrated as heroes? Or to forget and be forgotten? The answer may seem obvious, but the question itself lies at fault. Because death, meaningless death, came for thousands of us, every day. And we knew. We soldiers never had a choice.
I know from the trailer it looked like
What
the...
do you see?
I mean, from the trailer, for me, it reminded me of, was it Valkyrie Chronicles? A little bit. Ice?
Anything else?
Wait, are we taking some tests? Water?
Is the air a god?
No.
Well then, what year is it now?
What year is it? 1920.
Subconscious stable. No sign of invasive illusions. Cognition reality matches normal. Our test subject awakens.
Wait, is Virgin the test subject? Elephant!
Last question. What's this?
Elephant, right? Animal?
An elephant.
Her question realized... Look, wait. The questionnaire realized Shisha has expected nothing less than a blunt answer.
Correct. A plain and simple answer like that is an excellent sign.
This test isn't like the others, from the artificial somnambulism we used to go through.
It's a special examination we've prepared for all personnel involved in the Antarctic operation. It wasn't my idea, by the way.
She powers down her equipment. The whirls and hums of electric current fading with a soft drone.
I would say, based on your recovery so far, you could have been discharged a week ago. But we had strict orders to complete our entire course of treatment outlined in the medical manual.
Wait, then what happened to Virgin then?
Whatever it is that hides under the Antarctic, it didn't do any additional harm to your mental health.
Oh, okay.
You're lucky, you know. Many others have suffered irreversible damage that will limit their day-to-day lives.
What about Nautica and Miss Stranger?
I have no access to Miss Stranger's information. All I know is she's been sent to another department for treatment. As for Nautica, she's doing great.
Mesmer Jr. offers her judgment in plain terms.
Where is she now? Does she have enough space to stretch?
Mr. Hoffman cleared out a lecture hall for her. I wouldn't call it a palace, but it's spacious enough to meet her needs. Too bad, though. Now she's being cornered in there by every arcane biologist, ancient myth enthusiast, and crazy ritualist we have on staff. I guess they've decided she's an invaluable opportunity to learn more. You do have access to that hall if you really want to know how she's doing. Just go knock on her door. She's also been asking about you.
The therapist averts her gaze and shifts away to end the conversation as she begins to tidy the ward. A soft knock at the door breaks the awkward tension.
Timekeeper?
Sonetta!
Come on in, Sonetto.
A splash of orange from her hair is a welcome break from dull gray and white. Sonetto casts a gentle, polite. Oh,
Hi, Mesmer. How's the timekeeper doing? He's good to go. Thank you. Just a minute.
Sonetto recalls today's agenda.
Timekeeper, Madam Z said the Storm investigation team is back. She's waiting for you in Madam Vice President's office.
Let's head that way then.
You two have fun. Take care.
Manager Jr. sees the guests out, staying behind to wrap up her final tasks. Aftershock of the 10th storm will still ripple through the Foundation. Though they've grown used to changing times, the staff move their geometric corridors less than a well-oiled machine and more like a clogging artery.
There's so much tension in the air now.
I suppose because this storm was different from the ones we've seen before. I look forward to hearing what Madam Z has to say about it.
I don't intend to waste my time on this anymore.
Huh?
A committee member strides out the office, his face completely distorted, in contrast to his neat uniform. Another man rushes behind him, doing his best to keep his pace in check.
Please, I thought we reached an agreement, Aaron.
However, the only one he's chasing has already reached the fork of the far end of the hall.
Naturally, I accept the committee's decision. If you really think we don't have to prioritize the manners, then be my guest. Our top priority is to restore peace and order to this era. You should know that. We're at war, Mr. Pacifist. One far more dangerous than you could possibly conceive.
Let's wait a second, BRB. Alright, we are back.
Pacifist? What do you mean, pacifist?
Aran doesn't respond. He turns down the left path and disappears from view. The pacifist committee member gives up his chase and takes the other path.
The room they just came out of. Is that
Madame Z's?
It does appear so. The Vice President's office.
Oh.
Let's go.
After you?
The expected occupant is nowhere to be seen. Only her chief of staff awaits inside.
Very nearly perfect timing, Burton. Senator, I had heard that the rehab center cleared you for release. But it's all the more reassuring to see it for myself.
The silence of a fierce argument that took place lingers in the mess of documents screwed on over the table.
Madam Z, we saw Irenai and Pedra at the door.
Let's not talk about them for now.
Understood. So, the Storm investigation team has returned?
Correct. Thanks to the field agent squad and our investigators, we've collected enough proof to verify your hypothesis. history has changed. The 10th storm has brought us to an entirely different 1920 than we knew. One with the war still raging that should have long been over.
Do we understand why history has changed?
The Plus has two hypotheses. The first centers on the ritual held in the Antarctic. Despite being interrupted, its flood might have changed the storm's nature, which has resulted in an even greater deviation from history as we knew it. Don't look so discouraged. That would be much better than the other theory. After her revival, Arcana may have obtained the power to use the storm to alter the course of history.
If that is the case, in all likelihood, that means this war
is likely a result of intentional manipulation by Arcana. Manus Vindictae is trying to bring more chaos to the world.
The Solemn Room welcomes its master.
It's been a long time since we last met in this room, Timekeeper.
It seems like nothing has changed.
But there's no time to dwell on that. I have some critical updates for you. This war may be close to its end. Though the fighting continues, we've begun engaging each side's leaders, and we believe a truce is possible. There will be a peace talk, and the committee has decided to act as its mediator. Peace is always the Foundation's top priority. After this situation is stabilized, we'll pool our resources and focus on the Manus.
I see. How's the progress so far?
The Chief of Staff answers on her behalf of the minor detail.
Our branch leaders have built lines of communication, and we have reached an agreement on some of the terms with their respective governments. Pedro will go to meet the commanders on behalf of the Foundation, with the aim to reach a lasting truce by the end of the month. If everything goes well, we may be able to restore peace before the new year.
Now is the time to ask a question that's been lingering in her mind.
As we arrive, I heard Iranai call Pedro a pacifist. Does Iranai disagree with the Foundation's policy regarding the war?
It isn't a matter of the policy, but the means by which we achieve it, to be precise.
How do you mean?
He and a few others believe all attempts to restore peace are bound to fail unless we destroy the Manus first. In short, he wants to do things the tough way.
To be continued. Yet another war.
Ah, a visitor. How unexpected. There's nothing here now. Only the ashes of war. What is it you want from a place like this? Run along now. Back to your school books. Or swing in a playground, perhaps. This is no place for a girl like you.
I don't know you.
Naturally. I am no celebrity. I'd prefer to keep it that way. Fame is of no interest to me. Just an opportunity for greater harassment. But the entire world is in ruins now. I have nowhere else to go. And it seems you're stuck here with me, you poor sap. You trekked to the end of the world, fought a pointless war, and for what? A broken spinning wheel?
Is this somebody we know?
Even that, they took away from you. Along with the girl clinging to life by a thread, before sending you off to the next battleground. I hope that rusty old thing holds some kind of secret to saving the world or ending this war. Maybe then you can take on another career before you die. A watchmaker, perhaps.
The war will end one day.
I've nothing more to say. Would you kindly leave me alone for a while? I have no tea or snacks to offer. I can't even recall what they taste like. Go on. Savor the war. There'll be another after this. No need to worry about things going exactly as you'd like.
What's this anyway? Tap the time gauge on the mechanism to change the sandbox display period. Okay. Sandbox display all events occur during the selected period. Tap any events to view the details. Tap the button to switch between sandbox event to frontline movement. Okay. Frontline movement displays characters' events in the sandbox. You can view each character movement path. Okay. Okay, we'll do this at the end, I guess. Because it looks like maybe a mini game type. Stage 2. Old Boots. Okay, actually, I just want to check something. This is a mini game. Oh, so each one has a different sandbox thing, huh? After returning from Antarctica, the 10th storm has brought Team Timekeeper to an entirely different 1920s than they knew. One that does not match the history books. So, from St. Pablo Foundation. So far, we still haven't fully understand Manus Vidite's activities in Antarctica, nor the impact of the flood. Given the current situation, we required a more detailed and complete report from someone present during the event. To rationale, fluid. Okay, so Buddy or Rick, we'll just do both. 5 seconds. Time is up. Okay. Is that all? Oh, so... Okay, so each stage we do, it extends the time. Right? Or am I wrong? Did you hear about what's going on over in the east? Ah, you mean how the railroad falling apart, cutting off the grain supplies, or how they're short on Shire horses that are using crossbeat to plow the fields? No, I mean the fighting got even worse out there. Oh, you should worry about this wave of attackers in front of us first, my friends. Can we just get stuff, or... I think that's... Okay, check. Check. What's the other one? Okay. It's a total different, or so now we're in the war. The bunkers, right? Or the trenches? Stage 2, Old Boots. They once belonged to an unfortunate soul, but perhaps they will grant you better luck. Soldiers lay corpse on a dry wooden plank, making the effort to place their fallen comrades in something resembling a peaceful pose. The plank, formed from dismantling animal crates, had been formed into a makeshift sledge, complete with a small set of wheels. Sharon! The handler stands resolute by the body at the edge of the trench, his tattered cloak making it look like part of a grim reaper. He kneels, prying off the soldier's dog tag, and pockets the bottom half. Franz Schreiber.
This is all we could find. Can you take care of him, Charon?
Natürlich. He will be given a proper burial.
I thought they said this war would end before the winter came.
And now familiar gloom sweeps out from behind Rudo's thick glasses like tears. Franz lies still, indifferent to the scene. Another soldier shoves his way through the small crowd, puffing with frustration. Place another leg on the board, completing the set. Then without a word, he removes the boot from the corpse's other leg, matching it with another.
Now he'll be ready for the march home. You sure that was Franz's leg?
The kind-hearted captain, Wilhelm, looks at his soldiers in horror.
Better be. I risked my life up there grabbing it. He promised I could have his boots if he got scraped off.
Mein Gott. I remember when he said that.
He started to say something, but swallows it back. The soldier huddles together in the narrow bend of the trenches.
But...
Sharon's words comes up in a slow drip, seemingly unaware of the conversation around him. So is he like the medic?
Andreas went missing in the last attack. The body will be impossible to move off the front lines without him.
Your pony could pet its worm food.
Up, Erich!
Please, don't worry. They will be somewhere quiet nearby. But it may take a while to find it.
Take your time, Charon. The weather's cool these days.
Wilhelm attempts a pat on Sharon's shoulder. Not far away, Major Aaron Braun, the commanding commander, sits on the empty water drum. He drops a cigarette, but it stands.
Charon, come here.
Jawohl.
He responded to his superior.
You remember Montpey? The town near Aria?
Gewiss. We fought there in the warmth of summer. Our Oberstleutnant died in that battle. You were in charge of a company, until you were injured and sent to recover. There were many graves to be dug, but the days were warm and dry.
It was a hard fight to drive our enemy from that town. A damn good one. Even if our lines have only moved a short distance past it since.
But why this talk of Montpey all of a sudden?
Army Command has decided to attend a parley held by the Foundation in Montpey. Colonel Hirschfelder will be present on behalf of our nation. We've handed it over to the Foundation. They're calling it a safe zone.
Many hope that peace will come before the winter.
The only end to this war I can accept is victory. Total victory over our enemies. They say we've broken through on the Eastern Front. We only need to push our advantage and they'll collapse. Once we've freed up all that manpower and material, we'll be able to crush our enemies here too.
We may run ourselves dry of ammo and blood before then, sir. No cries of victory are loud enough to wake the dead.
Winning here is a part of something far bigger than you could understand.
Is it? When you returned to the front after your injury, you came with eyes red as a furnace. You wore an old face, a mask of war. You haven't worn that mask in many years, since before our first taste of battle and blood. A whole class volunteered. Nothing more than schoolboys. We marched obliviously into the killing field. You should rest.
The major, already thin lips, pressed together in a sharp blade-like line.
Enough with the poem, soldier. I call you with an order. You must go to Montpay. Herr Mühlenberger sent us a package, and I need someone to fetch it for me. I know you'll do your duty for the fatherland, my friend. Take as many bodies with you as you can. We can't leave them rotting in the trenches. Dismissed.
The major gets up and moves down the trench.
Montpay looks like it had been a nice little town. Before the war. Now, its old streets and laneways are pocked with craters and crumbling buildings. Cruel reminders of the brutal battles that raged through it. Silent screams still echo to me from its laneways. A reminder that a man who has seen war will only find peace when he is dead and buried.
The town has seen the worst of the war, but with the sudden influx of traffic and activities, it seems to breathe new life. The streets, barely cleared, are swarming with uniforms, some military and others checkered gear
for
white.
help, sir?
His head creaks to the direction of the voice, finding a young woman, likely a medic. Her golden bangs mark her the Foundation employee, but even more striking in the armor layered over her clothes.
Hold on, soldier. I'm Krankenschwester Mascha. Please show your face so I can verify your identity.
Guten Tag, Schwester. What lies beneath this mask will not give you the answer you seek. Here, let this serve for identification.
He almost out a notebook from his coat. He retrieves a lost folded ID from
Major Eberhard Braun is waiting on a package from Montpay. He sends his NCO to collect it. He did not say from whom.
She receives it, studies the card.
I see. Your name is Paul.
Karen. That is the name the soldiers use, and the one you should use as well. The name you see there doesn't belong to this war any longer.
I've heard your name before. You'll find plenty of packages here. Go ahead and look for whichever one belongs to your Major Braun. But there'll be more paperwork to sign before you can leave with it. If you're willing to wait, things will get moving again once the parley has finished.
Time is a resource the dead have in abundance.
He looks back at her. His body seems almost rooted to the spot.
Are you certain you're a right soldier?
The war has taken its toll, but there's nothing you can do to fix these old wounds. You said that you are a medic, Schwester Mascha. Is that why you ask?
Yes, of course. Ordinarily, I would be at a clinic, but I was asked to lend a hand here.
Where are the dead from your clinic laid to rest?
We don't have any yet, by the grace of God. Though, I don't expect that to remain the case. There's a bare slope just outside of town. I noticed it when we first arrived here. It could serve that purpose for someone to die.
That is good to hear.
Alright, take care, Roller
That
Storm.
someone might die?
Thanks for stopping by. The delay replay leads to misunderstanding.
No. The slope. A quiet place is needed. Many of us from the front lines could find rest there.
You mean your brothers in arms?
All who need burial are my brothers in arms, though they may have once fought on different sides. Should there be any in your clinic that need it, they will find rest there too. In a coffin under a marker to remember their place as is fitting, if you will allow it.
So be it. You're offering them more decency than most others would. I'll show you the spot.
I wonder if Maria is also a playable character. The outskirts of Montplanc. Dense woods conceal the most obvious traces, yet small sounds are amplified.
Who's there?
You've run late.
I barely made it. This whole area is under heavy guard.
The soldiers twins, eyes narrowing at the gray-blue uniform figure ahead.
Where's Hector? He never mentioned you. Give me the countersign.
He raises the weapon, framing the stranger in his sight.
You hear me? Who the hell are you?
Yet the target was unfazed.
2 paths lie ahead for you.
What are you talking about?
In one, you lead me to your commander. In the other...
He lowers her rifle and bows her head in the motion on the homage.
You are led into perdition.
See, how does she play? She also uses blood discs. What move do you want me to do first?
Your gate locks down. Now is the time for repentance. Don't waste your time. One for the sake of the many, by God's grace. Don't waste your time.
That's what her special is.
Don't waste your time. The enemies of peace.
There's the counter too.
Le destin du gargouille. Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
Sniper. The church tower.
Worthy victory. But the fight is far from over.
The final gunshot rings through the thick forest, then fades away. She crouches to retrieve a pouch from a fallen enemy. In the mess of documents and maps, she finds the note she needed.
Foundation. Parley. Hirschfelder.
After reading it, she looks northeast. Beyond the tree line lies the ruins of Montblanc.
Today.
To be continued. Rumors, entertainment, seemingly trivial or deeply meaningful outpouring. The soldier, back from the dead. Being stuck in recovery is boring, but at least it keeps you from getting shot on the battlefield. By the time your knees get better, the damn war might finally be over. Assuming I make it, which is a strange thing to say. My first stop would be to come see you. Maybe, if we're lucky, we could even go home together. Let me share the recent news. There's a soldier that everyone claims came back from the dead. Whether it's true or people invent the story doesn't really matter to the officers. He has been reassigned to the front as a sergeant under Major Byrne. Why would he accept such a posting? Why even go back to the front at all? I know your mind would be swimming with these questions, but nobody can figure out his motive. He turns down a safe position with the press bureau and has refused to ever pick up a rifle again. He only interested in retrieving the bodies of the fallen from the field. Can you believe it? Personally, I'd rather be dressed up press puppet over duckling artillery shells any day of the week, even if it meant encouraging young men to march to their deaths. Mel Grob, as I write this, it finally dawns on me. I always known why he refused them after all. I just never thought anyone would have the courage to make that choice. Stage 3, Battle of the Words. Battle of the Birds. Those who claim the pen is mightier than sword rarely cease to live by their words.
Are you sure you won't come with me, Capitan?
After a long rest, Lydia readies up for her next mission.
Admiral Som assigned this mission to you personally, not the whole team. Besides, Madame Z asked me to stay in the headquarters.
Isn't it going to be boring waiting around here? The Storm Reformation Directive said Team Timekeeper isn't subject to the Foundation's orders. We can go wherever we want.
Yet it also says the Timekeeper is still bound by Madame Z's orders, Lilia.
Ugh. So frustrating.
Reality slams up against her freedom. The loving impulse.
I thought I'd finally be able to show you what things are really like out on the steppe. It's going to be a view to remember.
We'll have other chances.
Yeah, I suppose a view like that doesn't change much no matter what era it is. Anyway, any idea when they're going to set you loose again?
I think it will have to wait until after the tension clears.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard about the doves and the hawks?
We got birds now? Nah, I just got back from vacation. Let me guess. Same thing as ever. Politics. Go on. Just tell me enough so I know who to blast if someone kidnaps Vertin again.
Simply put, the committee has split into two factions on the Foundation's course of action. The Doves and the Hawks. The Doves insist on seeking peace through diplomacy, hoping to secure advantages in the post-war political landscape.
Uh-huh. And the Hawks?
They believe that the governments we're dealing with have been infiltrated too deeply by Manus Vindicte, so diplomacy is off the table. They want to take more direct action by arresting any high-ranking military and political figures suspected of collaborating with the Manus.
Really? I would have never thought we'd do something like that. Efficient, the kind of plan I like, but also like it could be the mother of all messes.
Precisely. That's why the Doves prevailed, at least for now.
Lilia shakes her head. She has enough of politics for one day.
Complicated. So what side are you on, Capitan?
I'm not on any side.
Departure time. She mounts her Su-01
No
BE.
matter then. I'm on your side. Das Korova!
With a sharp roar, the flying broom shoots out a blast of air. As soon as enough, the pilot sees the pilot vanishes into the sky.
People are dying out there. We have to reduce the number of decision makers. We can't afford any delays. I need all the faction leaders to reach an agreement before the committee meeting starts.
That's why Petra and Irenai were here.
Yes, it was not an easy task to persuade Irenai, but we did it.
Good. But I'm not on either side. It seems like there's no need for me to stay. Why are you keeping me around?
I have my reasons, as I'm sure you expect. The Storm Reformation Act won't keep you and your team secure forever, Verton. The final result of this meeting, whatever it is, will change many things. That may mean more latitude and resources for your team. Then again, it could mean the exact opposite. Anyway, if you intend to seize anything from this opportunity, you'll need to stay until the meeting's over.
Time to go, Sonetto.
Quite the takeoff. That must have been Lieutenant Lilia, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Have I got it right, Timekeeper?
You have.
You must be Mr. Creius, the captain of the 12.
Seems you're already acquainted then.
I've read the report on the Antarctic operation. Your name was mentioned.
I've been reading up on you. Just a few choice selections from your after-action reports before our Antarctic expedition. Seems we have you and your team to thank for thwarting many a wicked scheme, hatched by Manus Vindicte in previous storms. Shame we couldn't put a stop to Arcana's revival, too. Now look at the dog's breakfast of an era we stepped into. I do hope we'll have the chance to cooperate more closely in the future. Feel free to call on me if you find yourself in need, Timekeeper.
Thank you, Mr. Creius. I'm afraid further introductions will have to wait. We're called elsewhere.
The brief encounter ends. Creius remains where he is, pressing his communicator.
Speak.
I passed along our intel about Manus Vindicte's possible infiltration of the safe zone. Anyone's guess if they're gonna do a damn thing about it. And Marsha was seen leaving the safe zone with an odd-looking German soldier.
Any idea where she's heading?
I kept my distance. Didn't want to risk exposure.
Should I have any concerns about it?
Whatever he is, I don't get the impression he's with Manus. He came up from the lines, started a conversation, and just like that, they started walking away. You're jumping at shadows, Creius. Ever since Antarctica, it seems like you've been imagining phantom oil stains on everyone we meet.
All the same, keep an eye on her.
And take my eyes off the town. What about searching for those infiltrators?
The Foundation has enough security on site to keep things in check.
Yeah, right. Let's just hope those Haferbrains can do their job. Haven't Merrill and Paravian been transferred to HQ?
I hope you weren't expecting a hand. I need them for my field mission as soon as our application is approved.
Still waiting for that? They haven't learned to trust you yet?
Focus on your mission, Yemelai.
Not many of us have any real idea what it's like to view the trenches from above. But in my haunted dreams and flashes of imagination, I picture them as claw marks. I keep returning to that thought over and over again. The image of some terrible monster ripping the earth apart with its claws. Then we hide, trembling like maggots in the wounds it leaves behind.
Here.
Karen stops, staring out over the woods, only just beginning to advance on the slope that bears the scar of trench work and old
It is quiet
artillery.
enough, but the dead may come to outnumber the empty lodgings below.
I wouldn't have thought the dead mind having neighbors. The real trouble is how far it is from the clinic.
He let his gaze drift from the hills of Marcia.
There is something about you. A contradiction lying under cloth and steel.
I know what you want to ask. Yes, I was a knight once.
She preempted the question, one she learned to expect.
Like other arcanists, I was enlisted in a special unit and sent to the front as soon as the war started. This armor is only a habit. I'm a medic now. It's not much for protection. Modern bullets go through steel this thin like paper. But I want to remember.
Only in death does the duty end. Yet you live again with the Foundation.
Noch eine deiner Fragen? Diesmal werde ich dir keine Antwort geben.
He stumbles at her retort like a clumsy soldier stuck in the mud.
There was no ill intent. The ways of this war do not fall upon your shoulders. Our path is not chosen, nor can it be escaped. The end to our war is found in the grave.
I know. Death shouldn't be the only way a soldier like you can find peace.
Marcia glances back. The view of Montpla is blocked by a dense forest.
I'm needed back at the clinic.
And there is work to be done here. Please, hear this apology. You have chosen a noble path.
Inside the safe zone, the first round of talk has concluded. Colonel Horstfiehler exits the building draped in Foundation banner. Adjusting officers flank him tightly, like a remora swimming beside the track.
This meeting is over.
His aide drapes a coat over his shoulder. The colonel's mood is sour. His eagerness is to end the talk is obvious. Commander Petra follows at a disrespectful distance, maintaining proper decorum.
Our proposal really is in everyone's best interest. Please, give it a bit more thought, Colonel.
Our best interest, yeah. You have failed to convince me. All I see is the insistence that we pretend this war is not going in our favor. And I will have no more of these ridiculous conspiracies concerning Manus Vindicte. Our war and our victory have nothing to do with this terrorist organization, or cult as it may be. The decisions of His Imperial Majesty's government will only align with a rational assessment of the facts at hand.
We fully understand your concerns.
Words without action.
Would you at least consider a temporary truce? Keep your forces at the front, but halt all active military operations.
The military delegate enters the car idly roadside.
There are two sides to every truce, Herr Negotiator. Our enemy has yet to show any hint of sincerity.
You are referring to the assassinations.
Do these Schweinehunde have any honor? Sending their snipers after our high rank?
Oh. Time freezes. A bloom of crimson explodes at the colonel's neck. Silent heartbeat studs in a rising crescendo to meet the adjusted booming crack of the rifle.
Oh, what the?
Time melts back into motion. Shouts erupt. Feet thunder. Weapons fired off at shadows. Petra feels someone yanking at his collar. The pull grows stronger.
Take cover, Mr. Petra!
Soldiers dive towards their fallen officers.
Scharfschütze!
Chaos drowns out all else.
Sanitäter! Der Oberst wurde getroffen! Wir brauchen einen Sanitäter! Los! Bring den Oberst in die Klinik!
To be continued. Background check. Before assigning crucial tasks to your subordinates, it is essential to do thorough background checks. Make a copy. So 12. Okay. 12. Squad roster copy. Parian Bigo, age 19, race human. Background: graduated from Xeno Arms Academy, served as a visual officer within the Royal Bureau under the direct command of Sacrus, and contributed to the resolution of the multiple critical cases. Later transferred to the 12th Squad, the most developed member of the Critical Circle. He combines passion and bravery with a concerning level of idealism. This squad morals would undoubtedly suffer if the loyalty were betrayed. Alright, so Yermala Hound, 37, human. Background: civilian, previous brought into Visual Bureau via personal recommendation. Served as a visual officer and participated in several classified operation. Later transferred to the 12th Squad. He has a essential criminal behavior. It's no surprise that I kept him on a tight leash. I wouldn't want to be the one who decided on his call sign. Merle, Blackbird, age 16, race Arcanus, background: a storm orphan taken in by the Foundation, educated at SPDM, and upon graduation, invited to cruise to intern at Virgil Bureau, later transferred to 12th Squad. SPDM, he never had much patience for rule followers. Seems the crew knows 12 needs arcane talent, though, judged by their crew grades, his standards aren't exactly demanding. P.S. Leave a few recruitment slots open for 12. Flexible review. There's a room for flexibility when conducting reviews. The lieutenant Okay, internal review reports. Lieutenant Leo escaped during the San Pablo incident was facilitated by Mandora, a key figure among the rebel forces. For full detail, see the appendix containing the report emitted by Lieutenant Leo. Following the completion of Xeno Arm Academy internal reconstruction, we have initiated a thorough review of its special personnel to clarify the circumstances surrounding the rebellion and to prevent other incidents. Under these circumstances, it is advised that Lieutenant Leo remains at Foundation headquarters for further investigation, rather than joining Team Timekeeper assuring deployment. The most interrogation transcripts are included as attachments. The month interrogation now shows Lieutenant Leo growing impatient with the progress. Though she continues to provide necessary cooperation. When comparing the statement from Xeno's special personal files with the interrogation record, there are still multiple inconsistencies that require further investigation. This month, interrogation transcripts are included as attached. Conclusion: no further action remained on Lieutenant Leo's files. Summary: none. The review has been terminated unexpectedly, and I must emphasize that no additional explanation will be provided regarding this decision. I append this note solely to remind all reviewing officers that our responsibilities and with following the directories. Nothing else matters. Your dedication during his 2-month progress is appreciated. The document will be securely deposed of following initiation to internal distribution. So we're on stage 4. Grayish blue, shrouded in shadows and fog. Having parted ways with the curious gravedigger, the knight continues back to the Foundation's safe zone. Tangled branches rustle, sharpening her mind into alarm, but as her hand twitches to her sidearm, a small and timid creature hops out.
Nur ein Hase. Wie schön, dass Sie zurückgekehrt sind.
It feels in some way hopeful that the hare can return, perhaps, to people, flower, life. The sound is unmistakable, and yet she questions herself.
Was that a gunshot?
She drops low, seeking its source, scanning, placing the
From the
sound.
safe zone.
Battle hound's gaze strains to pick up the smallest detail. The abrupt alert tone startled her upright and out of cover.
No ID. But it has to have come from someone in the Foundation.
She hits the connect button.
Marsha, right?
Who are you?
No time to explain, just listen. Colonel Hirschfelder was just assassinated getting into his car right after the parley. The shot went clean through his neck, severed the carotid artery.
The Colonel's dead?
Yeah, but the important thing is that the shot came from the forest, somewhere near your location.
How do you know where I am?
Just take cover. I'll call again when it's safe.
Who on earth are...
Call is cut. Marsha switches the device to silent and tucks it away, stunned.
With the Colonel dead, there isn't much hope for the peace talks.
She repeats the message under her breath, her mouth dry.
Can't worry about that now. The sniper may still be here.
She siphons the shock into willpower. The order training has taught her how to manipulate her emotions, controlling them right down to the flow of hormones. They also taught her not to sit and wait for death.
All I have is this pistol. Still, a bullet is a bullet. I'll just need to get close.
Retrieving her weapon, she wheels tactily between the thick tree trunks and dense shrubs that offers concealment, inching her way back to Moplex. Welcome in, Raiders! How's your stream? Mr. Joker. Oh, how you liking Arc Raiders? Was that the only game you were playing today? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's late for you or not, but if you have to do any post-stream care or, you know, food. Arc Raiders is great, but I kept getting... Was there like a tutorial first, or did you just jump into it? Because I know that they were doing Arc Raider demos at TwitchCon. Let's see. They tell me they weren't a threat. And I still move on, and they kill me anyway. Yep. So next time, yep, kill everyone. Wait, so you're not a threat. Like, it's like you're dead, so you're still not a threat. Is it like team play or like I'm not sure how many people you can have on your team. Yeah, usually if you're in a group with people you know, it's more funner. So we're just starting the reverse 1999 3.0 update that came out I think 4 days ago. So we're kind of late to it. And I think it's right now the story is taking place around World War One. Between the bramble and foliage, she spies armed figures in the distance.
Over there.
Who's there?
Evidently, she has been spotted too. On instinct, she slumps downward, and a bullet scrapes a long gash across her metal armor.
Small caliber.
Alright, take care, Joker. Thanks for the raid again. Have a good night.
5 of them. 2 with machine pistols. Their uniforms, unclear in origin.
Come out!
A fury of follow-up shots. A fury of follow-up shots tread barks and skin, painting her armor with splashes of blood. But she leans on her training, slowing her heartbeat to limit her bleeding and maintain focus.
Need to leave one alive. Now, to get a little closer.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first? I've got your back. Don't take your own step.
Are they the snipers?
There! The white robe! It looks like a medic? She's alone. Take her out!
Never underestimate your enemy, gentlemen.
Keep calm. Regaining control of our bodies. That seems dangerous. Please keep quiet.
Daniel? Fuck! He's down, boss.
So far, like, since it's chapter 11, they just got back from, a storm, which, was the last chapter where they were trying to stop the Mantis Vindictus from, I guess, reviving, Arcana, which was, like, the original, I guess, main character for the villain side. So after the storm happened, they get back from to the headquarters or the San Pablo Foundation, and they found out that the storm changed the history of 1920. So the war that should have ended already is still going on. So that's what we find out so far. We're still early in the stages, so we're still on stage 4. So we'll find out what's going to happen. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. And the last chapter was, or the beginning of this chapter was where the sniper took out the main, like, I guess, colonel. Yeah, it came out 4 days ago, so I'm behind in the thing.
I should have known the bitch would be a distraction.
Who made that shot?
It's a sniper.
Retreat!
Let's see. Oh, she's the one that has the.
Hold your breath. Perfectly understood. Hmm? The stars were just out of reach. Feel my dark embrace. Flee, mortals!
There's more.
Like Yarka, it is well.
He got sniped.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master. Did.
Her ambusher falls one by one.
Black uniforms. Can't tell who they might be. Perhaps the Manus? Never mind. Who is it that helped me? Could you...
While Marsha is pondering this, a few dry leaves land on top of her head.
Cast your eyes up.
Huh?
She looks up to behold a cloaked figure hidden among. Her rescue bears a rifle, heavy caliber scoped with distant marking, the weapon of a sniper. A dangerous inference is drawn in her mind, yet Marsha begins intently.
Was it you who shot these men? Do you know who they are?
She feels as if the questions are only pebbles lobbed too lightly to reach the perched stranger.
You must have something more to say. Why bother showing yourself otherwise?
Tell me, what is it that the Foundation concerns itself with here?
That's no secret. We're working on a parley to end this war. But one of the representatives has just been assassinated. These soldiers dressed in black could be our culprits.
No. They were sent forth to protect Hirschfelder, though they tarried too late.
Wait, you know Hirschfelder? Do you have any idea who shot him?
I did.
You... you...
Chris' smoke stings her eyes, blinding her vision.
Why?
Manners Vindictae? No. The Field Marshal will not entertain such a thing. You've simply conjured up some invisible enemy to achieve your goals. We can conclude only this, that our enemy agreeing to this parley was only a ruse, and that the assassination of our colonel was meant to sow fear in our ranks. We will not yield to such a contemptible tactic. They have chosen war, and we will answer in kind.
The line is cut abruptly, leaving no room for negotiations. Confusion and tension ripples through the office, shimmering like a pot ready to boil.
The assassination in Montpellier has been a serious blow to our global efforts. Many nations have withdrawn from our peace talks in response.
Did we lose anyone?
No. Our investigators on the scene confirmed they heard just a single gunshot at a time. We do have a confirmed sighting of the shooter.
Yes, I heard. Yet they didn't fire on her. Which means our shooter isn't likely to be with the Manus.
The Chief of Staff nods in agreement, then lays out the situation at hand.
The Hawks have reacted strongly to this incident. They're calling for the Foundation to enter a state of war readiness again. Iron Knight gave quite a speech at our last meeting. It's clear the moderates are wavering over to his side.
Vice President sets a chess piece on the desk and flicks it and rolls in a slow arc.
True, but there are still things we can do to maintain the balance. We must consider violence our last resort. Send a special unit to Montpay. I need to figure out what really happened.
Razor is on a mission at the Eastern Front. They won't be back in contact for several days. There are 3 squads presently available for deployment. Codenames Metaphor, Almond, and Minerva. But I don't believe any of them are suitable for this mission. We're left with only one option. The newly founded 12.
That's Craeus's team. I'm sure he'd be eager to buff up his resume with this mission. He's eager to prove himself.
All the members of the 12 used to work for Craeus at the Visuals Bureau. Their experience could be useful for this mission. Many of the arcane crime cases they cracked involved the Manus.
I understand he's been seen in the company of several prominent hawks. He even spoke with Erenai several times.
Are you suggesting his policy leanings could pose a problem?
On the contrary, he'll make a fine choice, precisely because his appearance at the front line will calm the hawk's nerves.
Understood.
Tell Craeus he and his team will set off in 2 hours.
To be continued. Stage 5. Chrysalidiums. Chrysidiums. Hollow brass tubes stacked into mountains beyond counting.
Since the first grenade exploded in our trench, we've been dreaming of the moment when the guns fall silent and our commander calls out, "The war is over." The marshals will attend the victory banquet in His Majesty's palace, and the officers will pin shiny medals on their chests, and we will get to go home.
Out of my way, soldiers! I said make way!
His call to arms is passed through the winding trench, passing over veterans slumped against the wall with indifference.
What's wrong?
Major Byrne, the battalion commander, storms around in the corner, followed by a long line of recruits, their heads bowed.
Wilhelm, 2nd Company.
Jawohl, Herr Major.
Wilhelm straightens up, meeting the eyes of his commander. Major Bronze points to the line of recruits behind him, their face blank and strangely foreign.
You will be in charge of these runs from now on, and I'll need you to choose the pick of this litter to join the stormtroopers.
Jawohl, Major.
The Major claps Wilhelm on the shoulder and boldly steps up to the firing position. He clears his throat.
Soldiers!
Oh.
I have some bad news.
Oh, I guess my headset died. Let's see. I don't know. That's weird. It didn't die, but it somehow went out from the speakers.
Half an hour ago in Montpay, at the site of this so-called parley, our representative, Colonel Hirschfelder, was assassinated by a French sniper.
Whoa, what?
Helmet shriveled, voice turned from sharp whispers to despair.
How's the Traum? The devil is he talking about? How could a sniper have made it so far behind our lines?
Shh. The Major stands above the murmurs.
Soldaten! We can't let our enemies sow fear within our ranks. Let their desperate attack bring us together and give us the strength to destroy them once and for all. They will pay in blood for what they've done.
A mingling of voice turned in an ominous hum within the trench.
Was zum Teufel? I thought this was finally going to end.
I can't. I can't even force myself to care.
With hate and rage, they scheme to destroy our fatherland. But we march against them with strength and cunning of wolves. Will you stand with me, soldiers? Will you stand for the Kaiser and for victory? They're good. You've shown me your steel, soldiers. You are the pride of the fatherland. Victory lies ahead, ready for the taking. Now take up your rifle and get back to your positions.
With his informal speech over, he drops down from the flying platform and leads a further current down the line. Second company new recruits told back to whole heavy. Second company's new recruits told bags so heavy they looked liable to sink into the mud. The company's vets close to the offer relief.
Ach, Frontischwein, what's that you're holding? You got a fresh tin? Eisencow? Sausages?
Their questions slides off the recruits, slipping down through the cracks of the board at their feet. Some glances up from under oversized helmets, wide eyes locking with the tattered vets.
God! Did you see the way they looked at us? It was like there was nothing behind their eyes.
Erich, did you notice? I don't think they understood a word you said.
Shameful.
Eric throws a hand in the air, shaking his head as he walks off. But Wilhelm mustered up his sense of obligation as company commander, patting in recruit's helmet enthusiastically.
Come on, boys, follow me. I'll show you to your dugout. Mind the gaps on the duckboards.
Herr Hauptmann, perhaps first we should drill them on keeping their heads down and avoiding artillery. Remember how many comrades we lost in our first days?
Not now. First we need to...
Oh!
Take cover! Get in there, move!
There's a fight! I just changed the tune a bit.
Straight to the point. I like that.
Move!
Gott im Himmel, you're not bulletproof! Watch my hand! I'll signal you where to run, understood? In Deckung, boys! Come on, don't just stand there, follow me! Everyone's panicked! Rudolf, give me a hand! We need to get them moving!
Is that a fairy in the liquor? A pot of liquor. Is that a fairy?
Target square confirmed.
Enjoy!
Breaking through.
Give them a warm welcome.
Into the...
A pot of liquor amidst the
It will be
flowers.
over before you feel
He's
it.
overloaded.
Colorful clouds. The sign of the Xiangray.
target.
It's like, why were you attacking the Russians?
You'll see it coming.
We have taken a strong position.
Adios, Graniero.
Naughty.
Wait.
Enemy targets were confirmed.
Liberato dal fratello.
Eliminate target. Breaking through.
You repair the rice paper.
Each move on the board is an attempt to return to the future. Let this victory propel us forward.
Are the new recruits okay? Another body slumped to the ground. A shovel butts into the earth beside it. The sound of artillery rumbles through the woods like a distant storm.
It seems peace lies beyond our grasp.
He crouches and brushes aside some caked mud from half an arm. He doesn't notice or pays no heed to the soft scrap of metal ascending up from the hill. His hands go still, then he rises. He lingers wordlessly on the face that greets him.
You don't remember who I am?
Your presence is familiar, but faces and names come slowly. There are so many memories here. It can be difficult to tell what is from what was.
Hey Teresa, welcome in. How's everything? How far did you get in this one? Did you finish the main event? So we just finally started the main event. So we're on chapter 5 now. I'm in chapter stage 5. Yeah, we're doing well. Oh, nice. I think that's where I'm gonna try to stop at is either around 10, 11. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can do it for another hour, so I'm gonna try to do till I still have see how far I can get in 45 minutes.
I'll wait a little longer next time.
Oh, still no luck on Sentinel. 40 pulls and no luck. So no 6 stars yet though. Marsha turns her eyes to the stone monument placed at the base of the hill. A slanted slab lays flat on the ground, etched with elegant carvings.
Patriots. Did you make the cenotaph?
A stranger brought it here. A gift for the dead.
I see. I found your Major's package. Here.
How many rows did you have to do? I don't even know if I'm gonna win the pity. Wow, that's a lot. How is she? Did you like her? Nice. Yeah, I want to see what her story is, because her story is open also. She hands the figure a thin envelope. Along with it, a handwritten note.
A message came for you, I think. From the front. It seems your Major needs you to report back immediately.
John unfolds the notes.
Jawohl. Soldiers must go where they are ordered.
Another thing. They're sending a new head of security to oversee the safe zone.
Is she also one of the playable
His name is
characters?
Cleus, a tall man with red hair. He'll be responsible for investigating the assassination. You can contact him if you need anything. The Foundation has already tightened security on every road to the town. I don't think you'll run into...
The sniper! She appears once again on the weed-choked dirt path.
any danger on your way back.
Raincoat rifles and distinct headpiece. Marsha could never mistake her. Marsha steps forward, only to be blocked by the gravekeeper.
The dead rest here. They have seen enough violence.
You don't know what she did. She...
A burst of brutal air rushes out behind clenched teeth. Though she tries to restrain herself, her hands climb up to the sidearm on her waist.
Do you know her?
She brought the cenotaph to honor the dead.
The stranger walks to the monument, standing perfectly still before it and paying no heed to either of them. She pulls a single white little wild centurions from her cloak. Her stone-like skin stands out against her soft
Ihre
petals.
Haut. Sie sieht so aus, als wäre sie aus Stein. Und dieser Kopfschmuck. Ich glaube, ich habe ihn schon einmal gesehen. Könnte es sein, dass du...
Then a soft rumbles, grumbling chanting, even without hearing the words. She understands what it
La
is,
coquille
a prayer.
brisée est abandonnée. Mettons fin à la pénitence, sans fin. Que vos âmes traversent les arches, du sombre vers la paix. Que votre chemin soit libre de l'œil rouge, tandis que vous aspirez au paradis.
The white flowers is left at the foot of the stone. She paused in thought, then traced a single strange shape in the air. The ritual is over. The mourner turns and meets Marsha's guarded eye.
Oui, meet again, young chevalier.
To be continued. Is that her melee weapon or something? The mace? Cloak and statue. In times of war... Oh yeah, yeah. In times of war, unreliable information spreads faster than truth, making it impossible to separate fact from fiction. Field hospital conversation. Have you heard of the Sentinel? Sentinel? I saw her that night, before anyone could react. Ono was already down. The shot was unbelievable. Did you get a clear look at her? It was too dark to see much. Just a figure wearing a cloak. But I'm almost certain that she was carrying a leather rifle. She's probably on our side. I wouldn't be too sure. They say she's the one that took out General Mantis 2 weeks ago. Might be someone playing both sides. Either way, having that warmonger gone is good for us all. Ow, that hurts. Bear with it, I'm almost finished. Marsha soaks a towel in cold water and wrings it out. The wounded soldier's fever still hasn't broken. Her eyes move from one amputee to the next, checking each stump for signs of infection. Listen! Another soldier cuts in, his face wrapped in bandages with only one eye visible. The Sentinel doesn't take sides because she isn't human. That's no rifle. It's a javelin or a spear, and she's got wings, silent as a bat. During the day, she turns into a gargoyle. She turns to the stone statue. You can walk right past without noticing. but at night, she comes live and hunts. Ever seen those church gargoyles? That's exactly what she looks like. Maybe those wounds were just her cloak, the first soldier insisted. It's more than that. My comrade saw bullets hit her, but she didn't even flinch, like she was hitting a solid rock. Hey, Johnny, isn't that right, Johnny? Marcia pauses before looking up. Johnny died just after dawn this morning. Stage 6. A push for peace. Inside the briefcase lies irrefutable evidence that peace is possible. The stranger studies Marshall's again.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Pardon?
You possess remarkable self-control, a trait seldom seen.
A hint of approval, odd and unspoken, leaves Marcia unsure how to react.
My thanks. But I have a question.
As I have one for you.
Why did you kill the colonel?
Answer me likewise. Why did you protect him?
Marcia gestures towards the slope to the row of crude headstones, filling the ridges.
But trying to end the war.
And I, as well.
You seem to mourn the dead, but you don't realize how far you've set us back? We were nearing a ceasefire.
Petals from pale flowers tumble by in a dry wind. Sentinel leans forward, gently shielding the flowers from the wind from her cloak.
6 years and the war rages still. Do you think ending bloodshed is as simple as to say, "'Tis done"? Have you any mind of the mission the Foundation pursues here?
We know it won't be simple. Yet each side was open to negotiation. That's why they sent...
The chuckle is raw and dark.
You placed false hope on Hirschfelder. You invited a wolf into a bed of lambs. You think his death to be the spark of a reignited war. But even if I had stayed my hand from him, your plans would have been for naught. The Manus scheme and the wicked prosper.
Manus Vindicte. You know of their plans? Then you're claiming that Hirschfelder was a Manus?
She let the questions linger long enough to feel unanswered. Then the sniper begins.
He is not one of those devils. He is only one tool of many. The Manus offer the gifts of Mammon and Asmodeus, greed and destruction. Hirschfelder was tempted by their technologies and became a willing servant in their schemes.
A groan rises up from the horizon. The sound of distant artillery drumming, throbbing like a heartbeat of the wounded beast. She raised a second finger.
But others serve them unknowing, affected by an arcane skill which clouds their eyes in red mists, driven to blood and glory as a starving dog is to the hunt.
Her eyes shift to the stiff outline of a soldier she knows as Sharon.
Your commander, Eberhard Braun, bears that mist.
It takes a moment for the words to find some impact. When he speaks again, there seems to be a change in his voice.
Then will you see that death comes to him, as you did Hirschfelder?
That is not yet certain. I do not kill without purpose.
Chiron does not seem to find a reply, his mask concealing any trace of emotion.
What you just said about the Manus, can you confirm any of it? The Foundation could make use of any intelligence you have. We may be able to save these peace talks. But we will need proof.
All is vain. There is nothing new under the sun. When I told my commander about the Manus, all I received for my effort was scorn. Their eyes were not satisfied with seeing, nor their ears with hearing. Kings and generals yet still turn a blind eye to the suffering. If they had a shred of the light of God within them, they would never have pursued this war. As for the Foundation, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and what is wanting cannot be numbered. I have no faith in them.
She looks away, pulling her cloak tighter.
That is all I have to say.
Spare him.
Chiron speaks, the change in his voice now more acute, more vivid, and more personal.
Eberhard Braun, I need you to spare his life.
Neither mercy nor vengeance is mine to give.
It is officially 1920. I wonder at other people's impressions of this war. From what I've seen, there are two contrasting views, though in various forms. One of heroism, and the other, sadness. There is one truth which I have found bridges both of these visions. Despite how cruel it may sound, this war is the prelude of a new era. I have to believe that, because if this death and destruction so unparalleled in history does not herald change, then there is no hope for humanity.
How bleak.
The leader of the 12 stands on the street of Montplax, looking over where Colonel Hershara was killed. By the time he arrives, all other military force has withdrawn. Only the Foundation remains on site to guard the ruins of the town.
Blackbird, give me a hand.
As soon as I finish my bread, Beagle.
His team has already begun shorting at the town's defense. The line pulled back to the corner of the streets.
There are 122 armed personnel available at your disposal, sir. 23 of them are Arcanists. I've brought you their profiles.
He takes the personal file from the security staff member, eyes shifting towards the makeshift HQ flying the Foundation flag.
Right then. I'll read through these. Now get back to your position. I need eyes on our command post.
Yes, sir.
The staff member walks away, and in the same moment, a curious armored field medic approaches.
Marsha, is it?
You recognize me, Mr. Krias?
I read your report on my way here. You're the one that encountered our sniper. Twice now, I hear.
Correct. I have some additional details about my encounters. The first is that I appear to have been followed out into the forest the first time. I was warned on my device just after the shooting.
Never mind that. What about the other thing?
That doesn't concern you? Fine. The other thing is that I have reason to believe our sniper is a gargoyle.
A gargoyle?
There are records of gargoyles participating in this war as part of arcane skill response units. They're able to petrify their bodies at will, making them immune to small caliber arms. And I believe they're able to render themselves undetectable.
Sounds as if you fought them before.
The assumption pierces her more clearly than any bullet, but she's forced emotion down, giving an answer as truthful as she can bear.
You could say that.
It would go far to explain how she managed to enter Montpay without being noticed. I'll have to ask HQ to send us a counter-arcanum device. She shot the colonel, but then slipped out, leaving our own agents unharmed. We can't be sure of anything, but we can't rule out that she may possess reliable intel about the Manus.
Rushed footsteps interrupts Kura's thoughts.
Mr. Caius?
The newcomer's oblivious out of place, the sort of well-dressed that usually comes with fanfare.
I'm Herr Georg Kramer from the Interfactional Committee. I've come on behalf of the Reichstag to start another round of negotiation with the Foundation.
Didn't you get the message? The parley has been cancelled, Herr Kramer. Seems there's no more room for negotiations. My job now is to investigate the possible involvement of Manus Vindictae.
The visitor steps forward, though he lowers his voice. A trace of urgency and excitement leaks still.
Precisely what I'm here for, sir. We received a warning from the Foundations that Manus Vindictae has infiltrated our armed forces and is attempting to usurp our rightful authority. I am worried this may be true. I do not intend to lie, sir. Germany lies on the verge of total collapse. Both politically and rationally speaking, we have no reason to continue this war. Yet it seems our army command is out of control. They are determined to drive this war to its bitter end, regardless of the misery and death they are causing. And I have reason to believe the Manus are behind it.
I take it Army Command is not aware of your visit then, Herr Kramer.
The observation is sharp, to the point and quite obvious correct. Perhaps to reassert some authority, the man arches his shoulder back, adopting an almost regal pose.
I represent the majority of the Reichstag, sir, as well as the office of the Imperial Chancellor. We are united now. All we need is some hard evidence. If it can be proven to His Imperial Majesty and to the Reichskanzler that Army Command has been infiltrated by this Manus cult, I am certain we will have the authority to end this.
So, you're asking me to share the results of my investigation to root out the rotten apples in your army?
I am, sir. We will do everything we can to restart the parley once we take control.
His head bows deep and serious, though the sudden winter wind tosses his hair and collar out of place. He pulls in a deep breath.
And we're willing to reach a ceasefire on certain conditions. I assure you, I'm not just saying this because of my stance. For the sake of my country and its people, this war must be stopped.
To be continued. Where we at now? 7. Stage 7. Under the Veil. A bullet spares neither the kind nor the cruel. All are caught in the same tragic fate.
In the first 3 months, I had no idea who I was fighting, or what lay on the other side of the trenches. It was as if there were a black wall standing between us and our enemy. They could attack at any time. I can't sleep. I don't want to die. I don't want to see their faces. I don't want to know what our enemy looks like. And worst of all, I don't know why.
By the time Sharon returns to the trenches, the most recent bombardment has already ended. A trench has never really been called calm, but the rattle of the machine guns and crack of rifles slow and fade in the backgrounds. The shelling hasn't changed much. A few new craters to replace the old ones.
You're back, mailman. Tell us, where did you take little Franz?
He lies beneath stone, in a silent wood, and marches no more.
Eric grunts out a reply. He's standing in Franz's boots, freshly shined.
I bet Herr Wille you take the opportunity to keep walking and never come back. Lucky me.
Where is he?
He's dead. I guess you'll call me Herr Hauptmann now.
Eric casts his eye to the new crater decorating their trenches.
Caught a shell. Just like that.
Eric's face pales and then runs fresh red, throbbing veins draining out along his forehead.
Lucky me. Unlucky him. That Schweinhund.
He rushes to Sharon, grabbing him by the collar.
Stirbt. Und wem soll ich jetzt meinen verdammten Sold geben? Warum bist du überhaupt zurückgekommen? Wir haben schon genug Geister in diesem verdammten Schützengraben.
Orc pulls Korg up and tosses him against the trench walls.
Du schlenderst hier einfach durch und holst unsere Brüder. Du begräbst sie. Warum? Warum darfst du zurückkehren? Und sie bleiben tot. Wirst du uns verhöhnen?
Sharon slumps but does not fall, making no effort to fight against Ulrich's strength.
Der Tod verspottet nicht. Und er kann auch nicht aufhören, zurückzukehren. Er ist ebenso machtlos wie jeder andere Soldat, seinen Dienst zu erfüllen. Welches Schicksal uns erwartet, bleibt verborgen. Sein verschlungener Pfad zeigt sich erst, wenn wir ihn betreten. Niemand wählt die Stunde, in der der Tod ihn findet.
Scheiße!
A curse, flat and empty, and just like that, the fire and fury are gone from him. Soldiers walk by, looks away, and continues their work. 100 pairs of eyes, and each of them numb to the chaotic
keep myself
scene.
in one piece when my time comes. Better make sure I look good for my funeral, right? Now, off you go.
Sir, there's movement coming from no man's land.
The spotter interrupts their standoff, handing Eric a trench periscope.
What?
Oric grabs the scope and crouches up a nearby parapet.
That's just 2 soldiers. Could it be a trench raid?
I don't think so, Herr Hauptmann. Why would they go over the top in broad daylight? Look, they're waving their arms.
Huh? What are they doing? Wait. Their hands are wrapped in bandages.
Is that a problem?
Oric returns the periscope to the spotter.
Keep your eye on them, soldier. I think I know what's going on.
The living walk over dead men's ground.
Deserters, I'll bet. I heard some soldiers used to shoot their own palms so they could be sent back to the rear. But they reward that kind of cowardice with bullets nowadays.
Do they come seeking death or life?
With all the officers keeping their heads low, maybe they decided they don't want to do the punishing themselves. Just kick these poor bastards out of the trench and tell them to walk till they drop.
Old and new memories intertwine in Charles' mind, forming an incomplete but certain thought.
They do not march to us as warriors, but as broken men.
You're right. Pass it down the line. Does anyone here speak French?
Oui, a little. I took some French back in school.
No. No! Say something.
Yeah, Herr Hauptmann.
The spotter presses his head against the sandbag, trying to protect his voice through the firing split.
Hey! Toi! Là-bas! Lâchez vos... armes et... venez ici! Nous... What?
Verdammt! Who the hell shot him?
Was it cool?
What are you waiting for, soldier?
Oh wait, he's still alive? The Major's face is ashen and stiff.
I killed him.
Rudolph stammers out the word, lying propped up against a sandbag. Wisps of grey smoke lingers out from his shaking rifle. His glasses are thick as a church window, and still he is the best marksman in the company.
The other bastard's still standing. Are you blind?
But, Herr Major, he surrendered. He dropped his weapon.
It's a trap, you idiot. They have a bomb or some kind of infectious disease.
Do you want to keep him, soldier? You going to share your rations with him?
Herr Major, we're supposed to accept all prisoners. There are camps to send them to, or even the safe zone.
He pulls his pistol and points it at the marksman's chest.
That was an order, soldier. You are to shoot that foreign devil, or I'll send you out to test if their snipers are as spineless as you are.
I...
Major.
Rasping voice rippled down the trench as body makes way to figure moving like a charge in slow motion. Major Burns turns toward the sound.
Cal, what took you so long? Don't you know I could have you shot for dereliction of duty?
Punish the guilty then. But the man that stands alone is innocent. Spare him.
The statement is stunning as its sharpness. Defiance is not a trait Major Burns has come to expect from him.
You are not entitled to challenge my authority, Sergeant.
His war is over. His blood should not water these fields.
Feigling!
Major Burns strides forward in a single step, boots studding against the trench wooden planks.
You're just like those foreigners, poisoning the hearts of our youth with feckless sentimentality. Your weakness, this fatalism, is a plague spreading through our ranks. That man over there is a threat to our fatherland, yet you plead for his life.
A single unblinking stare weeps over the gathered soldiers, cowering each man into silence.
I won't let this cowardice ruin our nation. We will keep fighting until no man alive stands against us. Only through their blood and our tireless sacrifice will we grow fearless and retrieve the glory of our birthright.
There is no glory for the dead, Eberhard. Only suffering, guilt, and regret for those that remain. No courage is found in the blood of the innocent. Only stains that can never be washed out.
Unsinn!
I remember you. Major Braun, my old friend, would never say these things. What lies were whispered in your ears by Manus Vindicte?
Shut up! That's slander! Who told you that?
I do not slander you, Herr Major.
Explain yourself! Explain all of this!
The man roars, and for a second time, Sharon is slammed against the trench walls.
Lügen! Manus Vindicte! Was soll das heißen?
These are not your eyes.
Antworter!
But this man's fire does not temper, it bursts. Sharon relaxed too slowly to evade the pistol and is smashed across his head. Major Braun's eyes are fixed at the pistol at his hand, anger replaced with the shock. Sharon, now wounded, raises his hand to meet the bowed head. Beneath the curtains, something seems to crack.
Raise your head, Sergeant.
Eberhard.
Do not call me that. I am your superior officer. Verdammt, obey my orders.
It should not have been this way.
He raises his head. The movement is heavy and belabored. A howled and foreboding presence seems to fill the trench around them.
Gott im Himmel. This is not a sight fit for the living, Eberhard. But perhaps you must be reminded.
No, your face! Cover it now!
Do you remember the fear as bombs exploded by our sides? The pain when our brothers moaned out their last breaths? Have you forgotten? Or have you only hardened your heart?
This war is... Sacrifice is necessary for a nation to make progress. Every soldier who has died for the fatherland should feel honored for their sacrifice. You should have been honored, Paul.
Jetzt sprechen wir nicht von Opfer.
Is this his power?
Der Tod ist keine Ehre. Er kennt kein Ritual, keine Tugend. Er ist Leere und nichts. Der Krieg hat uns den Tod zu sehr zur Gewohnheit gemacht. Du, Eberhard, du hast den Respekt vor dem Leben verloren. Ganz gleich wie dieser Krieg endet. Wir haben bereits verloren.
Ich bin dein Vorgesetzter. Du willst mich töten? Dann tu es.
Der Tod wird dich nicht retten, mein Freund, mein Freund. Ich hoffe, dass du dich selbst retten kannst.
What happened? The other soldiers hurtled to the side. Major Braun collapsed to the ground. His eyes swirled and then goes black, looking up and nowhere at the same time. His face is white bone and stiff as a corpse. Cheryl kneels over him and closes his eyes, a motion all familiar to those watching.
What the hell just happened?
Rudolph peeks out from the crowd, managing a question from both timid and brave.
Is Major Braun dead? Caron, you didn't...
Did you?
Sharon stands, deliberately facing away from the crowd, replacing his mask and hood with careful precision.
He will live. We will leave here together. You have command, Erich. Make the right choices. I don't want you to see what lies beneath. Please, look away.
Words bulge at the edge of Eric's lips, but he swallows them back. All understand, stunned and silence as Sharon departs with Mr. Burns in tow.
All right. Someone grab that deserter. I'll search him. Show's over. Move it, soldiers. That poor sap is still waiting. Ausführung.
To be continued.
Look at these boys. They left home with puffed chests and confident smiles on their faces. Thinking they'd go to the front, pull a few triggers, kill a few enemies, and come back as heroes. But when their feet hit the soil, they turned pacifist, it seems, wounding their own hands rather than their enemies. Their mothers should have begged them to stay, not waved their handkerchiefs to see them off.
They had no choice.
Really? You think death is the only option? What could possibly be the point in that? Don't tell me you believe there's glory in dying on the battlefield. The thought makes me sick. Look there, at the lifeless body laid flat in the mud. He couldn't even muster the courage to flee, so he bribed a fellow soldier, a man he barely knew, with 3 cigarettes to surrender with him. He died, killed in a moment of pure, senseless hatred. And the other lived,
saved by a flicker of mercy. Where should his mother aim her grief? At the officer who changed his mind just a moment too late? Huh. The officer will be pardoned. They'll say he, too, was a victim of this endless, miserable cycle of hatred. So tell me, please tell me, to whom this rage should go, and I will take this kitchen knife and plunge it into their heart.
Stage 8. Death of the Young. Both life and death are equally insignificant. Thanks.
Don't worry so much, Paul. We'll find glory on the battlefield. No man can stop us as long as we stick together. Come on, let's join the war and prove ourselves to Herr Mühlenberger. Think how proud your parents will be. Their son, a war hero. Eberhard! Verdammt! Wer ist Dietrich? He and Becker are dead. Grab that gun. We need to go. Move! Do you think we'll win, Paul?
I don't know, mein Freund. I think I just want to go home.
Dietrich, Bertke, and Elvin. What did they die for if we just give up? Hang in there, Paul. The only way to make their sacrifice count is to win.
We got to win.
We go home together. Paul. Paul.
Major, the past is in the past. You can't change anything by letting yourself be overcome by sorrow. Don't forget that victory is the only thing that matters, and we can give it to you.
Give it to me? How?
I'll make you a true hero, one without fear or hesitation.
Smoke and blood fades into the distance. Elric lies on a wooden board, dragged by some unseen force. He swallows air like a drowning man, and immediately the foul stench of decay fills his lungs. The dragging stops.
You're awake. Paul?
We pause the chant. The man behind the mask says nothing. He only offers a hand.
My head hurts.
Ambrose struggles to adjust to his surrounding, taking a long time to find focus.
Where are you taking me?
Mompe, the Foundation may have some cure for the spell you have fallen under.
No. No.
Still days after the ordeal, he can only mutter in denial. Man is sharing that cocaine power with the soldiers. He looks around, searching for something to brace against. Eventually, finding the ground, he takes off his hat and scratches at his straw-like golden hair.
I called him Hilma. What did I do?
He still can't find his breath. Each grasp of air only makes the choking sensation worse.
That deserter. I ordered Rudolph to pull the trigger, but I was the one who killed him.
The other lives. Eri saw to that.
He wasn't the only one. So many have died. And I was the one that sent them to their death.
Albert lowers his head, holding his gaze at a small patch of soil beneath him. Sharon watches him, adjusts his dark cloak.
Do you remember Power? There was a poem. Like Goethe... No, Schiller, maybe. Ah... Those days at school feel like a fairy tale now. Herr Mühlenberger asked you and Dietrich to write it out on the blackboard. You two didn't even know where to start. I remember. I thought he was going to snap you both in two. Just a few months later, we were here. Dietrich died. That very first day. Do you remember how we cried that night? We thought it would be the saddest day of our lives. We ran out of tears before anything else. Mir ist kalt, Paul.
Die Angst kehrt zurück. Halte sie fest. Sie wird dich wärmen.
Albert clenches his teeth and braces himself.
This is the place you found, isn't it? Where Franz was buried.
He lies below us.
There are so many graves. But I am still alive. Why, Paul? Why am I not lying among them?
The living speak of luck. The rest are silent.
The answer doesn't satisfy, but the lone survivor cannot find a new question. After the long silence, he speaks again.
I wish I could forget it all now. If I didn't know what happened, I wouldn't... No. No, it's not right for me to ask that. But I'm still alive. Is there anything I can do for them?
That isn't a question for the dead. I can't tell you what to do, Eberhard.
Albert reaches into his coat pocket, but finds it empty. He stifles a helpless grunt.
You mentioned Manus Vindicte.
You remember?
What about the Foundation? You talked to them too, right? Do you really think they can stop this war?
They pursue peace, but it cannot be found by their efforts alone.
He turns from the hill to the woods. Through the thicket and furrow lies the town of Montblanc. Alucard closes his eyes and waits for his thoughts to settle.
Come on. Let's go see Montpé again.
We're back to the Foundation.
I was about to pay a visit to Herr Mühlenberger when someone from Army Command said the Colonel wanted to see me. I was taken to a meeting room with many other officers. I recognized them. I knew many had just been promoted like me. Colonel Hirschfelder showed up to give us a speech. Yeah. The same colonel who was assassinated after the parley. The time has come when our nation calls for heroes, he said. With our foremost goal to create a prosperous new world for our children. We have fought valiantly, and now the war turns in our favor.
We stand but one step away from total victory, yet it is at this very moment that our soldiers have lost their courage. They waste their time looting every barn, cellar, and shed in search of treasure, and drink to numb their fears, delaying our operations. Their greed and cowardice have spread through our army like a malignant tumor. Fortunately, we have found a cure. An organization that believes in the promise of our victory has provided us with an extraordinary development. That's all I remember. I don't have a mind for technology, but it just washed the fear off me. Thinking about it now, we must have been like lab rats to them. As soon as they finished their ritual, we became so sure of our victory that we began yelling and singing as one. We were just fresh-faced boys again, thirsty for a war we'd forgotten.
The hiss of static echoes through the spacious room, then fades.
I think that's enough for now. That was a recording from a German major we encountered in Montpellier. I intend to submit a report with the full details, including his entire statement and an explanation for our inquiries.
The head of the frontline investigation quiets, awaiting further instructions from the decision-maker at the rear.
Manus Vindicta is moving quicker than any of us could have imagined.
But none of this makes sense.
Pedro returns from the front, still shaken from the assassination attempts.
If they came to this era at the same time as we did, how could they have already infiltrated the military higher-ups in such a short time?
We've already theorized that Arcana may now possess the power to rewrite history. Which means going forward, any records from history as we once knew it will be unreliable for estimating their strength.
Pedro falls into heavy silence.
Pedro, what were the other representatives' opinions concerning Manus Vindicta?
They all denied its existence.
I see. It seems as though we're left with no other option but to change policies.
No, we can't resort to such radical measures.
The dove represents and states his position in advance.
The Foundation risks alienating any potential allies if we act too aggressively now. This war will not be the end of our fight. We will need to rely on their cooperation in the future. And that requires trust and a sense of security.
On the subject of governments, I have some news to report.
Trias' voice resurfaced in the conference hall.
A man of the Interfactional Committee paid a secret visit to Montpellier, hoping to obtain intel about the Manus.
A secret visit?
As a fellow politic, Pedro immediately grasped the true intent behind their visit.
What did they say? Do they intend to use our intel against the heads of their army command?
You've guessed it. If their government manages to rein in the army, it'll be much easier to reach a ceasefire.
But if anyone were to find out, we might be accused of interfering in their internal affairs. Have you considered that, Creus?
Officially, the Foundation never made any contact with their government. All I did was have a candid conversation with a man about my concerns for his people.
He stresses one key
At
detail.
any rate, they haven't any reason to expose their cooperation with us.
There are simply too many uncertainties to consider.
The politic, accustomed to check and balances, catches the implication of a fractured dispute.
History will only be restored to its rightful track if the peaceful factions on each side can rise to power and stop this war. This has been our goal from the beginning. It doesn't matter which era we end up in. We always benefit from a political climate that is friendly to the Foundation. That's undeniable. What do you think, Pedro?
He removes his glasses and rubs his eyes.
I might be able to persuade some of the other committee members to support this proposal. If we're certain of this course of action, then we'll have to provide intel to those seeking peace, in all governments involved.
Good. No faction should put their own goals above those of the Foundation's. We'll need more to verify that Major's statement. Send investigators to search other regions and report everything they see. Creus, continue your investigation. Follow every possible lead.
Understood. We'll dig up whatever they have buried.
Stage 9. Path Cross. Whispers of movement lost beneath the clamor of calamity. Night falls and creatures stir. Not far away, there is another shadow hiding in the forest under the cover of night. Perhaps he would be taken for a withered tree's trunk. But gargoyles belong to the night. They recognize one another with ease in
Un
the
homme est
dimness.
proclamé coupable, et pour cela condamné à mort, privé même de la justice d'un procès. Son exécution est survenue tel en vent, le réduisant au silence avant qu'il ait pu prononcer un mot de repentir. Et c'est cela que tu appelles la justice?
Leave me be, Ladislas.
She shrugs the heavy question off.
Hast thou reflected on thine actions? Meeting eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Is it justice or vengeance still?
Do you think so little of me, that I would call it justice, even were it not so? Blame me then, cousin. Damn and condemn me. I care not.
Never would I damn thee, cousin. For it is thy soul for which I am most concerned. I fear it doth wither with every act of malice. Hark and listen well. Dost thou forget the nature of our unholy ancestry? We are the kin of demons. 1,000 years hence, and their malevolence yet floweth thickened in our veins. And their whispers pricketh still our ears in the silence.
Then answer me this question, dear cousin. You stand before the scales of a balance. On one pan, the lives of 10 men. And on the other, 100. If you had the power to shift its weight to save the money, would you?
A question that is heavy-laced with blasphemies. Hast thou already bent thine ear to the devil's lies?
Answer me, cousin. Elsewise, there is nothing more that needs to be said.
Yasha furrows his brow and lowers his head, thus motioning the word of a prayer.
Silence? Are you truly so naive? The scales are laying far heavier for those in the throes of war. Yet you have not even the courage to answer a simple question. I'm afraid you have mistaken your weakness for a virtue. Go back to the monastery, Ladislas. This is war. Red in tooth and claw. And your hot proofs too quick to kindle.
Matters vanished into the dark with a sigh. his form melting into the night. The gargoyle soul leans against the tree for a brief rest. In the crooks of his branches, she begins to slowly turn to stone. So she is a gargoyle!
You are again at odds, it seems.
A voice rings in her ear. It speaks without a source, come from neither place nor place.
Our cousin is more learned than either of we two, but he lacks in courage compared to thee, most daring of us all.
Yep.
I do not deny his learnedness.
Where are the voices coming from?
There are neither letters nor prose that might aid my mission.
Thou burnest too short a wick, and the flames of perdition rise to meet thee. I fear for thee, Marie, that thou go forth to a battle that will consume thee, whether in defeat or in triumph. Marcel, Antoine, and Yvonne, they once promised to return as thou didst. Yet they fell all the same, each after the last. Yvonne was taken before she had even tasted battle.
Let remorse consume me if it must. But God willing, I will see the end of this war first. Ere then, the fear of regret will not stay me. Not now. And perhaps, on that day when peace finally comes, he will return to us.
She shakes off the scales of stone and resumes to march towards the next lead. So how long was she in the stone phase? Pervera lies at a local strategic meeting over the table. Creus picks up a handful of bullets, placing the first arm on play.
Major Brown was able to recall some of the locations that may have been used by the Manus. His coordinates aren't what anyone would call precise, so we'd best start searching ASAP. Chester, you'll take the forest. Casper will be expecting you on the edge.
One bullet stands upright on the mark as far as.
Camilla, Lee, you'll search from here and move along the river.
We'll get it done, sir.
Each new orders is marked by another round placed right on the table.
Charles, Amanda, you're on Hill 299. You'll need to cross no man's land to get there. Make sure you establish your identity with both sides in advance to avoid friendly fire.
Understood.
The crowded room empties order by order, bullet by bullet, only until the last round remains.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
I want you on this village. Take Marsha with you. She's a skilled combatant as well as a medic. You can count on each other.
Yes, sir.
Pevian exits, leaving one person remaining without order. The young soldier locks eyes with his superior, an unspoken relief written on his face.
So, does that mean I'll remain on standby in Montpay?
Yes. I need someone coordinating the defense of this town should the Manus attack.
Oh.
Relief turns to dread.
Is this it?
I believe so. Let's get on with it.
The village around them still carries the sign of lush wilderness and gentle field, a place of abundance and safety.
Watch my six.
The two draws weapon and entered from the sides. The investigators are not stopped in any way, and if they haven't been instructed to do so, they would just treat this place as another forgotten remnants of better days.
This place is empty. It's heartbreaking to see it so quiet.
We're ahead of schedule. Let's start by checking the houses one by one.
Good. find anything?
Only some letters I can't read. I guess they didn't have time to post them before they left.
There were some small arms in the basement. All of them older models and rusty. The ammo was damp.
Marshall holds her gaze on the empty warehouse.
This place had to have been looted more than a few times. The only valuables left are the ones too heavy to move.
So basically there's nothing here. What do the Manus want it for?
She shakes her head in frustration.
I was rushed through the investigator training before being sent to Montpellier. It's possible I missed something.
The young man tries to console her, but his smile is stiff.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. Mr. Creyas always says training is no match for experience. Blackbird is a prime example. I mean, Meryl. You met her back in Montpellier. She's been through all the training the Foundation could throw at her, but she still isn't ready for the battlefield. I probably shouldn't say, but she nearly went mental during the Antarctic operation.
The battlefield is crueler than ordinary people can imagine. A few weeks of military training just isn't enough.
Para follows the topic and broaches a question he long's been holding back.
So, what's your deal? I know you came from some order with special arcane training. You can freeze your fear and pain, emotional stuff during battle until you feel safe. I only skimmed through the briefing. Is that right?
It's more complicated than that. But I'm not sure I'd like to get into it now.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No need to apologize. Just... Do you think we missed anything?
Well, let's take a minute. What could they even possibly hide here? Arms? Chemical weapons? Secret files? Or gear smuggled back from the future?
I don't know much about Manus and Dictate or the future.
There's a sudden ear-piercing pop, followed by thunder explosions and rocks spat across the terrain.
Armored vehicle, 200 meters northwest of the village. Take cover!
To be continued. Oh no, it's a battle. Alright, let's see, same group.
Harmony is precious. Is that a bear?
Enemy reaction predicted.
Into the darkness.
Give them a warm welcome.
Breaking through.
Liberato dal fratello.
The armor's too thick. We need a higher caliber weapon.
You retreat. At least one of us needs to make it back to report this. On my signal. You run, I'll cover you.
This is a sniper watching over us.
Incoming!
Wait for the right moment.
Targets were confirmed.
Into the darkness. Addio, straniero.
Eliminate target.
It will be over before you feel it.
In check.
Cat's cradle, the soldier's pet. Cat's cradle, the fish's dish. The mandrakes taught me these.
Wait, isn't one on one of the scenes? What didn't the sniper like hit one of the tanks and blew up. It didn't penetrate the tank shell, the tank armor. I thought that was a scene.
I'm afraid I only have turnip stew to serve you. I will add a few sausage scraps to your bowl, however. Here. Now go. It's best you leave before another battle breaks out.
Already?
Is there something else you want from me? You know what? Since you're so fond of visiting, take the chair you're sitting on. Even through the coldest winters, that chair was spared the fire. Perhaps it was meant for you. Right. Since you insist on staying, I will go to the market and see what I can find. Sit here for a while longer if you like. Prepare for a lifelong stay, even. With any luck, this place will become your grave by the time the next farce ends.
Alright, last chapter for tonight. I'm not sure if their ad would be up. Wait, when's the next ad anyway? Okay, 25 minutes, so that's a long time. Alright, let's start it. Stage 10, Devil's Work. Sounds both gentle and harsh. The whispering winds and rustling grass. Thick air smoke bellows from the wreckage of the armored vehicle. Marsha braces herself on a pile of debris, all at once letting herself free the sharp tearing pain in her shoulder.
It's over. Someone helped us.
It was a sniper!
Parabian, are you alright?
She looks across the road. Just ahead, the young man is pinned against
Stay
a...
put, Marsha. You're bleeding. I can get myself out.
Her strains with all his strength, but cannot move the timber an inch.
We're all clear. Let me help you.
Don't fuss over me. It's just a bit of wood. You need to stay put. Your head and shoulder are bleeding.
What? Am I hurt?
Marsha staggers to her feet.
I'm feeling faint.
She approaches for the top of her head.
Seems you're right. I'm bleeding profusely from several wounds. That's what I get for suppressing all my pain. So, just a little shrapnel. Nothing too serious.
Treat your wounds first, Marsha.
Understood.
She leans back on a pile of fallen bricks, her head swelling until it slumps.
I'll be alright. I just need a little rest.
Say, don't rest, Marsha! Stay awake! Her gaze lifts up to a pair of boots. Then the sizable barrel of an anti-tank rifle. So she does have an anti-tank rifle.
You again.
Sit.
Her legs buckled, leaving her braced up against the debris.
You saved us. Thank you.
What brought you here?
Collecting intel on Manus Vindictae.
Have you no reckoning on the danger in this place?
Marsha shakes her head.
Imbecile. You might well have breathed your last in that battle.
Let go!
Huh?
Who's that there?
Sentinels turn, spotting a figure emerging from the armored vehicle's smoking shell.
Let me go! You're gonna get me killed!
At his feet lies a wounded soldier at the same black uniform.
No! Sterling, please!
The wounded man cries and are cut short. Sterling turns to two gleaming bloodshot eyes towards the advancing sniper. A bullet strikes the gargoyle clean through her bottom, but it draws no blood. Instead, chips of stone debris falls out from the wound.
You goddamn monster!
The man's eyes goes wider, still as he turns to flee. She does not give chase. She walks to Pavlon and lifts the beam from his body.
Thanks. Who are you? Are you with the Foundation?
The young man finds his answer in her grim and stony face.
Stay here and tend to your comrade. I will tend to our enemies.
Are we the only ones left? Where's Colton? Dead! Now get the lead out and run! She's coming at us! She's coming! Shoot her, Eugen! Shoot her! I can't see her. Where are we running? Look! There's an old mill ahead. We'll regroup there to intercept her. Keep running, you idiot! I see her now. She's there. Die! You idiot!
Oh.
My hand!
The old windmill lies just ahead, refuge in his panicked mind.
For the wicked flee, and I pursueth.
Another bullet strikes her shoulder and glances off in another spray of stone.
Why won't you die, you devil?
A devil, you call me? What are you, then?
That's a nice
What hast thou done?
screenshot if I took it.
The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
You who discord between nations and plot schemes for the undoing of man. Who then is your master?
Alright, we'll take the screenshot. Alright, there you go. Alright, posted.
For if you do the devil's work, are you not a devil like me? J'ai pitié de vous. Repent and you may yet find mercy in the judgment of the Lord.
And now art thou cursed from the earth.
What the hell do you want? Back off!
Sterling, isn't it? You need not fear me. You still have time.
Which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Repent and you may yet be saved. Speak.
What are you talking about? What do you want from me?
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
The soldier tumbles to the ground. As he scrambles, he launches into a desperate prey.
Answer me. For what purpose does Manus Vindicte drive the world to war and ruin?
Mother of Resurrection. The guiding one.
The prayer follows a pattern she knows by heart, yet the name she speaks is strange.
Please have mercy on your humble servant. I pray for a miracle, a ladder into your eternal kingdom. I hereby offer my life to you. Please save me from desperation and take me to the golden era.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
He saves the last bullet for himself.
A blasphemer to the end.
Miss Sentinel? Miss Sentinel!
To be continued. To do one more. How does anyone? How many chapters does this main event have anyway? Because I think usually it's like around like 20, 22, sometimes like what, 24 max. Alright. Alright, if it goes to... Alright, so now I'll do... okay, so I'll do 11 as the last one, since it has the 2 stars where I could use up my energy to get more of the reward things. In case I do this, if I do continue to play some other time this week. Stage 11, Wounds and Scars. No one can make sense of why this war drags on. So where's this now? Back to the battlefields. It's like the Medal of Honor one. Wait, who's this? Who's that? Can't be Marsha, right? Guess she's the only one with the hair. Yeah, it could be anyone. Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Merde. Those accursed knights. Calm yourself, Marianne. Steady your breathing. You need not panic. This will not be the end of you.
So what power does she have? To attack?
My sight shall unveil the hidden. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Target locked down. By God's grace. Now is the time for repentance.
Oh, so that counter one? The channeling is counter?
Le destin est une gargouille. Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
It's like, I see you!
Worthy victory. But the fight is far from over.
She can't remember how she did it. Perhaps her enemy was as exhausted as she was. Or perhaps it was just a devil's luck. Yeah, no! Struggling, fighting purely by instinct, she holds her heavily armored foe at bay. Time craves to the standstill. Her bayonet is stopped mere centimeters from her foe's throat by 2 armored fists.
Dost thou recall when once, in our youth, we fought over an apple tree?
Lâche-moi! Mein Teufel!
Thou wished to cut its wood and make us a fire to roast a chicken. But I rebuked thee, for I believed the tree would bear fruit, and it would be the sweeter bounty of the two. Thou didst find a bush with overripened berries and hurled them at me, crying that they should serve as my supper, while the chicken would be for thee alone. And I retaliated in kind. Ere long, we were painted red with juice. What a bloody melee we fight. We laughed as we laid down our arms. What fun we had that day.
Non. Je ne veux pas.
But the battle thou fightest now shall not end in the gentle smears of red berries. What drives humanity to war? Could it be so different from what drove us to it beneath that apple tree? I dare not imagine how a slaughter that has claimed the lives of millions could be waged for so small a cause. That we should be brought to bloodshed driven only by the fear of those whom we were taught to despise. What immortal hand or eye could frame the cause behind these deadly ends? Thou art more courageous than I, Marie. Is there some purpose in the war they now fight? For I see no divine meaning to be found in this killing and dying.
Was it a flashback? Small caliber rounds pose no real threat to her rocky interior, but that does little to reduce the pain. And healing comes slowly.
Agnes?
No response. That was expected. But what she has not expected was the next voice.
Who's Agnes?
She matters not. But what brings you here?
I'm taking you somewhere safe. Paravian, that young man who came with me, is back at the village. He'll continue with our search. Before you ask, I'm doing fine. Like you, I'm made of sterner stuff.
She rotates her arm, looking as if her wounds have all but disappeared.
I checked over your wounds, but I have no earthly idea what to do with this gravel. I know how to treat flesh, not stone. But that wound won't be a problem for you, will it?
No.
Her physical pain is bearable, but the lingering echo of her nightmare caused her to grit her teeth.
Were you dreaming? Seemed like a nightmare.
She locks her stare forward and away. There's still dressing for the wound that truly pains her.
I don't know if this will help.
She removes her gloves in a brisk and most tender motion, revealing deep slashing cuts across her palm.
Could it be? Are you...
I am. But that battle is long over. You and I are no longer
So it was Marsha! The howl of their deadly melee still rings in her ear.
It was a senseless fight. I hurt you.
It wasn't your fault. In fact, I thank you for it. They thought I died fighting you. I used that as my opportunity to leave. For some time after that, I was with an international rescue team. We came under attack by the Manus for our efforts, but the Foundation intervened.
Wait, then you remember me?
Masha nods, a gentle, graceful motion, carrying the reassure of a doctor at her patient's bedside.
And you didn't. I was wearing a helmet. But you don't have a face one forgets.
Marianne.
Hmm? Oh, that's your name. Marie-Anne. It's lovely.
She repeats it, stretching the syllable as if to remember it.
Tell me then, what do you know about Manus Vindictae?
They are a secret organization open to only pure-blooded arcanists. Simply put, their goal is to cause as much chaos as possible and eventually destroy all of human society.
And this Mother of Resurrection is like a god to them.
Something like that, yes. She died once, but they managed to resurrect her through some awful ritual.
A resurrected madwoman?
Her disdain curves into hatred. Fingers clenched, like she's trying to crush something in midair.
Then she is a false prophet. An imposture of the true resurrection.
Marsha seized the opportunity to move to her side.
The war between the Foundation and Manus Vindictae has lasted ages, longer even than this war. You and the Foundation share the same goals, and the intelligence you gathered may prove crucial for us. If you would be willing to share it, we may be able to reach a truce sooner. So please, mull it over.
Sentinel bows her head, giving her rifle a rough once-over. She wipes away some of the blood and dirt that kicks the receiver, and one by one slot new rounds into its magazine.
My search into Manus Vindictae began at the turn of 1918. Their documents, personal belongings, letters. I sought and scrounged for every clue that might be found. From these, I learned of their mission to prolong this bloodshed, supplying both sides with arms of dreadful artifice. Then, as now, I still do not understand why. I brought my evidence before the powers of my nation, but they cared not. So I spoke out against them, still hoping they might awaken to this madness. But my words went unheeded. Worse, they turned against me, hiding even the very name of Manus Vindictae from all their publications and letters. There is no longer any truth in the words they print. Only lies, meant to stir the pride of youth to deadly, pointless slaughter. Youths who were but children when the war began. That is why I have turned to this. To killing the ones who incited this war. It was the only choice I had left. Perhaps it has all been for naught. But at least I have put deeds to words. What has the Foundation done?
Hey Wolvian, how's everything? How's your stream? Yeah, I'm not sure how that does it. The accusation forced her into a staggering defense.
We have done more than you know. but I'm not authorized to tell you.
You expect me to offer all I know to you, yet still withhold your trust.
I'm sorry. No, I suppose that isn't fair of us. If there's anything we can offer in exchange to make a deal, I'll...
But her efforts loses steam.
I'll try my best to honor it, but I can't guarantee anything.
The cool breeze cuts the stillness between them. Sentinel lets out a slow and labored breath.
I will give nothing to the Foundation. Neither freely nor for any bargain. But you, Marsha, you have my trust.
Alright, Wolverine, take care. Thanks for coming by. Marsha lights up at her patient's declaration.
Follow me.
Where are we heading to?
Oh, of course.
And that's the end. Alright. Let's see, star. So, let's see. Discipline and regulations. Adherence of military regulations is mandatory for all soldiers, including Arcanists. Arcane Support Company Special Regulations. 1. Respect all comrades equally, regardless of classification. 2. Execute orders exactly. Don't change based on divination. 3. Do not neglect conventional science. Bullets often outkill arcane powers. 4. You are fully accountable for entities you summon. 5. No mental surveillance, influence, or manipulation of personnel without authorization. 6. No arcane modification is issued equipment without authorization. 7. Conduct spirit contact only with another member present. Limited to 3 minutes. 8. Know the alternative forms of your comrades. 9. Report and secure approval before using large ritual or high-level incantations. 10. Expect enemy arcanists and other supernatural threats during operation. Okay.
I would now have it.
So we have some of these antidotes opening up in 3 hours. And for this one, I think I can get another, what was it, 300 maybe? I already collected the first 2 stages. Alright. So thanks everyone for coming out for today's stream. I'm going to look for a raid target, so... let's see... Thanks Ship Joker for the raid. Oh, thank you for coming by and hanging out.